Okay, because we know everyone that uh, it's a kind of a parenting tip also for all of us. So before a parent, we are a teachers also. We play different kinds of roles in our day-to-day life. We play a parent role, then a teacher, then a companion, okay, then a mother, then many roles in our day-to-day life. So every role needs a complete information and complete dedication also. It's not like that, where you just go on, no, just a kind of movie is going on and you're just sitting and watching it for a kind of entertainment. Your part should be done in that. So that is more important here. And moreover, the other roles, it's like you are just acting like a side hero or a heroine, where you're not that much focused and all. One important role we all play, that is one, has a role of mother, where you always take a lead role and you have to be a part of it, shaping it, turning it, and you are the director of it. It's completely depends on your hand how you are going to end that picture with a climax scene or with a happy ending, or how you want to do that. And next important role, which we have selected by ourselves, that is the role of teacher. Right, we wanted it, and we wantedly taken it as a kind of responsibility, and to be the part of society, entertaining them, and shaping them, each and everything. Right. So this is about today's webinar. So we are going to learn and together, learn together. It's not one man show always, it's together. How to deal with the kids, how to deal with the children. In our teaching, every day, day-to-day teaching also, we come across different kinds of children with the different kinds of mentality, and with their habits, the families. Okay, main important role is played by the family members only, right? That is most important thing. How do we deal with different kinds of students in our life, right? So today's webinar is also about that. How do you get connected to the children, right? It's because of your own children also, or the school children, or whom you're teaching with and everything, right? How do you deal with them? So main important thing, when you are dealing with the children, with the kids and all, first thing is try to understand the child, right? This is the most important thing you people do, trying to understand the things. Here how it works, like different, as we have discussed before also the webinar and all, how generally I told you, right? Different kinds of the children and different kinds of mentality is going on. So try to understand at what type of the family background the child is coming from. That is first and foremost important, the family background. Check whether what family background he's coming from. The next one, please do check the mental status of the particular child, right? It completely depends on his upbringing, the family situations, or the societal situations also, right? So that these things are first and more foremost important things for all our teachers also to understand it. Then you can just plan your sessions according to that, how you want to deal with the particular child. Okay, for small example, if I have to say, um, suppose a small example, it's a child. Okay, every day he's coming to the school, enjoying the workplace, everything and all. But as soon as the teacher says, please get into the classroom, we are going to start the today's class. Suppose it's about max class, right? It's about max class. Suppose I have to take an example only, right? Now that particular child gets scared. He gets afraid. He doesn't want to come into the classroom. He hates coming and joining the max sessions, right? So the question arises here. When the child is coming to the school in a very happy note, right? Very happily he is entering into the school and all. But suddenly, Playing with the friends also it's normal, enjoying with the teachers also is normal, talking habits are good. But suddenly the child psychology, the mood is changing completely when you're just taking a word of a math subject, right? So here the question triggers. Okay, it's an alarming sign for all of us, right? Now, when the child is so happy in the beginning, okay, why completely he's changing his, motivation or the emotions, everything, when it is coming only to the classroom and that particular subject called math, right? Now, here, from here, our works begin. We have to completely motivate the child, get to know the problem, okay, why it, what area he is facing, and what is making the child not to enter the max class and getting afraid of it. Okay, so when you go beyond it, right, and investigate or something like that, again, and I just wanted to tell you, right? So whenever incident happened, it seems it's like when the teacher started to investigate or get to know about the particular child or the incident happened before, so he got to know the mother, right? Uh, as we all know, the mothers and the home is the first institution, the teaching school, everything. So mother, right? So she, whenever she used to focus more on math, it seems. Okay, so whenever the mother used to open the math book and sit in front of the child, she used to start beating, raising the voice, okay, towards the child. Okay, all these things the mother started to do. Now, slowly, this child did not develop any kind of hatred towards the mother, but he understood the particular thing. It's like my mother changes her behavior only when she starts teaching me the math, right? So now the child started to develop a different kind of behavior and a kind of hatred when he is listening to the word math, right? So the small examples I just wanted to share in that. So it is completely depend on you, how you motivate the child, how you develop your own subject interest or your own interest on a particular child, right? Ramya ma'am, can we
Yeah,
just
ma'am.
share the PPT, ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm sharing, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. Please go on with the second slide.
Yeah, ma'am. This is second slide, ma'am. Ma'am, can I go for next slide, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, is it okay, ma'am?
Ma'am, it is still showing the first slide on our screen.
Okay, ma'am. Just. Ma'am, once you check, ma'am. Now, is it visible, ma'am? Second slide. Use visual signals.
No, ma'am. Why avoid raising your voice? That should be the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's a correct one.
Yeah, ma'am.
Right. So see here, I just wanted to have a few tips to be given over here. It's like every child when we are dealing with, try to avoid raising your voice towards the children. Okay, it's completely shows a negative impact on your child. Okay, different situations comes definitely in our life and day to day situations where we are forced to raise our voices and sometimes our hand also on the children. But a moment, please give it to a moment, 1 minute of rethinking. It's like what my child has done. Is it necessary to shout, or is it necessary to go physical on the child? These three things before doing, please give these questions, please raise these particular questions to yourself, where you can completely deal very properly and understand the child's problem. If the very first moment, if you're getting frustrated, for example, if I have to say each and everything, I'm just giving an example so that we will make the session little more interactive uh, and not boring. Okay. So, for example, a teacher's example, if I have to take it, suppose we had a meeting with a principal ma'am, and she got some issues has happened and all. Maybe we did not do our work properly, or maybe I have forgotten to write my lesson plan particular day. So she has shouted, right? And instead of rethinking on my particular issue or problem or anything, I just directly went into my classroom, and I that particular anger I have completely shown on the kids, right? uh the kids are in the confusion state now. They are totally confused. It's like we did not do anything. Okay, it's just a starting of a day, the very first period, the beginning of the day and everything, and the teacher just came into the classroom and she just started shouting, why are you not in your places, what you are doing here, why my subject books are not open, why are you late to the class, all these particular things. We generally do it 90% of the teachers, we generally do this kind of strategies, right? Something, it's a head, it's a kind of something kind of a burden what we are carrying whenever so any person is shouting on us or anything. So it's a kind of a burden only. So what we have to do, we will generally human beings do, we try to reduce our burden. How do we reduce? By showing it or giving it to the other person, right? So same thing here also. And definitely, please do the things in a very proper way. If something happens to you, also see that that burden has come to you because you have done the mistake. Okay, there is no mistake of the particular child or a student. Okay, so don't carry that burden or pass your parcel to the other people by shouting it. uh, Generally things happen. This is one example where I have given the school example. The next example, if I have to give, we all working women, everyone, we are working in a different fields and all. When generally we go to home, right, after our working schedules and everything, when we go home, over there also, whenever the child is coming to you to share their particular problems or the incident happened to him in a particular day in the school and all, the parents generally they get irritated, they shoo them away, right? Stating it's not the time now to talk all about this. I am tired. Okay, we'll discuss this later. If the child is listening, fine. If the child is continuously insisting you to listen to his or her words or something, then you will definitely start raising your voices. Okay, so here main important thing is please avoid raising voices. Listen to them. Many incidents in our society also are taking place nowadays only because unheard things are happening. We are not giving an ear, or we are not giving a time to our own kids to listen to their particular problems. Every day they are suffering. Every day they are suffering. Something or the other is happening to them, and we are completely avoiding them, right? So maximum things are happening because of this. So whenever you're just you are at the position of raising your voice or something like that, please stop, think, okay, and then pursue. Next slide, Ramya ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Right? And this next one, I just wanted to, same thing happens here, vice versa. Till now, we have discussed if we are raising the voice on our children, how it looks, how they will feel, and everything. Same reverse role if we are imagining where the kids are at the age of their entering into the adolescence age and all. Generally, we can see this behavior movements with these kind of children. When by seeing all this kind of things and all, right? We are imagining now. No child gets fed up, right? Because continuously, he's getting to hear the same kind of things from their parents, right? So that particular thing, what happens now, even the child starts giving the back answers to the parents. Hello? Right? At that time, what happens here, when the child starts giving the particular answers, right? Back answers to the parent, how do we feel? We feel embarrassed, right? We feel like something, wrong has happened to us. The child is speaking, he's demoralizing the parents, and we all the parents, we start questioning on our upbringing, all these things and all, right? Same thing happens here, because he has learned these things from us only, right? Irrespective of where the child is, what he's doing with whom he's talking to and all, parents, we also know, we don't think before talking or shouting on the children. We just shout. Yes? Now, same thing the child will also do. When you are talking with your friends in the middle of the family, or you are at a kind of a gathering and all, the child will reciprocate. Definitely. He will also shout. If you say anything, it's like, time up, we have to leave. He like, wait, mama, I am playing, can't you see? He will definitely give you that kind of answers, right? So instead of all these things, right, to avoid all these things and the future problems and all, we can use a small things over here. It's like first one is using the visual sign, right? Wherever your child is there, if you all respect your child's personal time, then definitely he will also respect your personal time. So he will also start answering and reciprocating you in the same manner. So instead of shouting or saying your child in a very louder voice or something like that, please try to inculcate the visual signs where your child will understand. It's like, suppose you have to go, you're running out of a time or something like that. Use the visual signs. Say that your time up. It's a time to pack up. It's a time to go, right? You show them a time. Then he will also give you the gestures. He says, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Please wait. I'm just coming, right? Respect it. Respect it. Okay, wait just for 5 minutes. If you are waiting for 5 to 10 minutes more, I think it will not, come. The world will not come to an end, right? Respect it. Wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Instead, if you're running late to the work or something like that, then give this kind of alarms to your son, just son or a daughter or a children, before arrival of the time. It's like, suppose 11 o'clock you have to pack up and you have to leave the place something. Right from 10:30, you just try to make up your child for the packing up. Say then right 10:30, it's a time to pack up. Then when it says 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or something like that, you can wait for the child. You can give him the enough number of time, like that one. Or else playing of the bells, sounds, all these things and all. Like how the school bell rings. Every time to time the bell rings. It says that it's a time for us to for changing of a period or games period or something like that. Bell is same. Bell is same. But the time the bell is ringing is different. It's like arrival time the bell rings, irritating. Departure time the bell is ringing, it's a happy sign because children are leaving from the school, right? Subject class period is starting, it's a boring time, right? Same bell is ringing at the sports time where the children are going out for the play or something like that. Sound is different. It's a happy mode, right? So sound is same, but mindset has been changed. Timing has been changed. So that timing, inculcating of the particular timing, respecting your child's personal time also, it's very much important, right? Next one.
Yeah.
Right. So here, the most important slide. It's like change your tone. Okay, change your tone. So this, as a parent, we should always put in our mind where we have to change our tone and talk to our children. And the children also, they will identify at what kind of tone we are talking to. Right? Suppose if you're angry, then your tone will get changed. You will raise your voice. You will talk slowly or something like that. They can identify your mood swings. Okay, they can identify your mood swings upon your voice tone. So see that whatever might be the differences and everything, you are maintaining your voice tone properly in front of the children whenever you are speaking to them. It's like giving the pause, speaking to them slowly, different kind of things politely. If you are not in a position to, you know get into that total self or the controlment or something like that, not an issue. Just take a time from your child. Say that, please don't mind if I will catch up you up in a 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Please request them. They will definitely give you the time. Right? That is most important. And then next one is rumors. This I think this is the most important thing in today's generation are the rumors. Okay, many societal nature things are going on in our society. Parents plays a very important role in amongst them. These incidents are happening only because of, maybe somewhere or the other it is completely mistaken by the parent only. Right? Parents, instead of giving a thought, whether it is correct or wrong, my child will be doing the same thing. Did he do or not? If he has done also, then what is the purpose of it? Right? Parents are not in that particular position to give a second, pause themselves and think about all these questions. Is it my child wrong? Did he did particular action in aggressiveness? If yes, then why your child have become so much of hyper and aggressive? What is the reason behind it? Right? So my only request to the teachers also, the parent also, everyone is, please, no, don't believe through the rumors whatever are coming in. Okay, whoever comes and tells you the things and all, that is partially correct only, not fully correct. You never ever judge your child, on the basis of the words which are coming to you externally. They are not correct. They are not totally correct. If you're listening also, fine, good. Please cross check the same thing with your child. Ask him, did this incident happen? Is it correct? Then what made you to do? Please ask him, ask her. Then go for the taking action. Action also, it's not compulsory that it's your child's mistake 100%. It can't be. If your child is committing a mistake also, there must be a reason behind it. Trust your upbringing, trust your child. He will never go wrong. So give a minute and don't ever trust or depend on the rumors. Asking a question here, you know, um, teachers comes into the class, the first moment, she will stand at the board, in front of the board, and she will start asking the questions to the children. It's like, tell me, who is the president of India? Who is the prime minister? What are the duties of election commission? What is noun? What is adjective? No, children get panics. It's like, my God, why this teacher is coming? All the time she will just asking the questions irrespective of, the topic and everything. She should understand us, right? And all the time, what? If you're asking the same phrases, same words, it will definitely irritate the child, right? Instead, whenever you want to ask or get any kind of information, Then try to make your questions in a different manner, not asking the questions or framing the questions only in the one particular question. It's like what, how, when, where, right? This kind of questions, they are the question tags only. They will start irritating the children. They will start pinching them, right? That will always trigger some kind of things in their mind. It's like my teacher always comes into the class with a bunch of questions. Don't make it. It's like, just ask them, encourage them, ask them to give, kind of a paragraph session or a kind of an introduction for the chapter. Okay, it can be anything. Interactive session, it has to be, rather than framing the questions and asking them. Or else in the last period, you can just ask him, it's like, my knowledge is stopping till here, right? Instead, you can just take the class forward. You just ask them, give them a chance to become a teacher one day in the classroom. They can ask the questions, they can teach you more. Who knows? Maybe the child knows better than us. Nowadays, the 5G generation has come. They are browsing the internet, YouTubes in such a way that we are nothing. We are still carrying our 80s and 90s of knowledge, and they are in the far away of the, this is 21st era. If you start teaching them a small topic, they will just drag it, and all the loop sides, everything they will be start covering in the session, which you do, which we generally, sometimes we fail to answer them. It generally happens. Nothing like that, you are not a good teacher. You are definitely a good teacher, right? Becoming a good teacher doesn't become from the knowledge. It's only about how best you are touching the child's heart, right? The child must be knowing. It's like I asked a question to my teacher, but she failed to answer the question. But the child will never estimate that, my teacher doesn't know anything. Very less children will use this kind of phrases only towards some teachers only. Who are the teachers which he doesn't like, right? The teachers which fail to touch the heart of the child, no, this kind of teachers will definitely start facing this kind of phrases from the child. My teacher always irritating. Whenever she comes into the class, she'll come with a bank of questions. She will shout or she will bet, right? If suppose the next day, if suppose you have bet, the other person sitting beside him also, he will go home, he will start complaining the parent. He said, my teacher pinched me. She pulled my ear. She asked me to go down, out of the class. He will go, definitely he will go home. He will complain that parent like that. The parent will come next day. Ma'am, what my child has done? Why did you go physical on my child? I said, you will be present. Sir, when? I? No,
Hello, ma'am.
I did not do. Then you will realize it was not this person, but the other person I bet. Then why this child is complaining? Same thing. Trigger. The child doesn't like you. So wherever, whatever, in the total school, wherever you are doing any small thing, right? He will go. He will tell the parent. And he will try to convey the messages in a negative way only. Teacher does to me only. Teacher has targeted me. Right? So this is first and foremost important thing is, please make the classroom session very interactive. Ask them the questions in a very politely manner and in different manners. Ask them a puzzle. Make it a puzzles. Draw a chart, flow chart. Half chart you draw. Rest of the half chart, ask the children to complete it. Or a train you can draw. Anything. There are thousands of multiple ideas coming and falling in the Google. You can just browse it and go to the class. You can make the classroom your way how you want to design it. Okay. And next thing is use movement. It's how you want to drag this particular child's attention. Right? We see many children, many students in the classroom. They'll be sitting in the class. The eyes will be on you, but this will be somewhere else, right? He must be thinking something else. Okay, movie song. Pushpa movie, fights, okay, dramatic scenes, everything he must be imagining. Now, how do you drag particular child's attention? It's like making your child classroom interaction one, using of the different props, okay, kind of activity, conducting an activity, everything, that one, and many children, I mean teachers generally, now also me also, I will also do the same thing. I will also do the same things. When we want to grab attention of the students or class towards us, we make a sound. Okay? Dropping the textbook, notebooks, or the dusters, banging it on the benches, making the sound, where all the children will keep quiet and just they will start staring at you. But just imagine how much time you can make that attention work. Just a fraction of seconds. Then again, some kind of children, they will slip into a kind of trauma. They'll start imagining. No, you can't stop their imaginations, right? You can just divert them. Okay? So use some kind of different movements, everything. Roam all over classes, right? 365 no degrees of your classroom belongs to you. Never limit your classroom sessions or the teaching sessions standing at one particular position. Please utilize all the corners of your classroom where your children will use that and realize it. That teacher kind of feeling, that is still there. That will never go outdated. Touching teacher's sari, feeling her scent, you know, her dupatta or something is touching. She is going beside just the student, she's touching it. That friendly way, all these things. The students want that motherly touch, right? So whenever you're going, teaching and everything, use your classroom completely and give that kind of sense also to the children where they will feel it. Next slide, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So here another method, actually it really works. It really works because personally I have tried it. Okay. So better way I will also suggest everyone to do it. Nothing but the counting down the sessions, I mean numbers. Okay. Suppose your child is not listening to you, or multiple reminders you have given, but he is not coming to you or listening to you or doing the work and all. Countdown method, right? It's like one, count of five, you have to come to me, right? One, two, three, four, damn. At the count of five, the child will be compulsory in front of you, right? So this counting down methods completely will give you this, it will make the child to be focused. It's like, yes, I'm running out of time and this is compulsory for me. Okay. So the child will prepare himself before. He says, now I am starting down my counting. Count of five. I need the child to come to my desk, put the books on my table. Right? If you say like this and start counting, the child will get ready. He will definitely give you an ear. He says, yes, I am running out of time. Okay. And here the advantages of this one also, it's like they will create focus. They will create focus also, right? The child will become focused in everything, right? And they will get prepared to listen to the audience also, grabbing the particulars attention. Okay. Next slide, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here, how do you inspire the child? How do you inspire the child? Right? Uh, Here, every mother every father or every teacher is a kind of first goal setter to the particular child. Yes, they will be seeing you. Some get inspired by seeing you. Okay. And they will then and there they will just fix you as a role model. Okay. So that is very much important also for us also to set a complete example where our students feel like. Okay. Now here we play an important role. Teachers play a very important role over here. Child imagines different positions or different kinds of role everything over here by seeing us how we promote that particular role in front of the child, right? Maximum in your class, if you just ask them what they wanted to become or something, if the teacher is very good, the students love the teacher and all, they will definitely give you the reply, ma'am, I want to become like you, I want to become a teacher, right? So it portrays how you are with the kids, okay, and how you use the words in the classroom in a very different manner, right? you know Give them whenever you're having a time, you are done with your class or the lesson or something like that, and the end of the session, share them a kind of examples with them, maybe your own lifestyle also. It will be a kind of inspiration to them. Share them, how your parents used to be, how they used to treat you. Right. Definitely, how we are treating our kids now, our parents did not treat us in that way. Yes or no? They always give, they were ready to give us black and blue. They were never like us. And we also, our parents never attended the workshops like this also. Nor the teachers, nor the parents. Never. But touch wood, we are in some good positions handling it also, right? So share them all this different kinds of your own examples also you can share them where they will get inspired. And here, most important thing for all of us, challenging for all of us is, you know, how we make the child strong enough to face the society. That is the first and foremost, most important thing. We are just seeing, no, and in the news channels here and there, very often we are seeing the children, very different at the age of 14, 15, they are committing suicides. Okay, their videos are getting viral. Okay, many incidents are happening to them in the school and everything also. The children are unable to take that all things. They are unable to, face the society or fight with the society. So rather than, you know, um teaching and all those things, I think we have to focus this moralizing the kids, making the kids were more stronger to face the society and everything. I think we should focus more on these things. And you can do this by setting up them a goal, giving them a vision where they don't get deviated from any other thing, sharing them a lifetime, realistic some kind of examples you can share them, right? Where they get motivated, inspired, and get some kind of energy to face the society also, right? So all these things you can just share to them. Example changing is very much important. Challenging them, okay? Challenging, setting the challenges also to the students, okay? Marking up to their imaginations, intellectual levels, and everything. So that's why I think the CBSE has inculcated a very beautiful thing. I know it's kind of worksheets. Very simple thing, pen and paper work, but worksheets, if you see, 70% they will cover the textbook content, and the 30% they will be covering the other elements where they will ask you, the case based questions. It's like, suppose you are in the place of Ramesh, right? Imagine you are Sita. Okay, case based questions are, CBSE is inculcating. It is very good and all, but still it has to be practiced more by the teachers. It is there. Child is imagining. Okay, suppose if he is Ramesh in the case study, he is imagining. But if he is Ramesh in the case study, what he has to do, he is completely failing. Right? He is unable to answer now. He is blank. Right? Sita, yes, she has become Sita. She has no imagined herself to become a Sita. Now what the Sita has done? Sita was in a Ashok Vatika, and she was waiting for Rama. She was crying. He has imagined. She is in the place of Sita. Yes, she is in the place of Sita. She is also imagining. She is also sitting and crying. But we are failing to imagine or make them a step beyond that. Now there is no Rama in Kali Yuga who will really come to save a Sita. Right? Sita is not just a Sita, even she has to take an incarnation of Mahakali, fight for her own rights, okay, and give her own freedom. Her freedom is her right. No one will give her. She has to take it. We are failing to make the child understand, right? So this also case-based studies are most important, where we make the child to understand, how to come, beyond that particular situation, right? For this, what is more important? Trust again. The bond between the teacher and the student, the bond between the mother and the child. Next one, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
So here are some kind of activities where we can just focus on the group building, the teamwork, making the child to come in front of everyone, organizing them, or making the child to understand, facing the audience, removing the stage fear, all these things. Some kind of examples we just wanted here. Group work, teachers can promote a small kind of group work. Generally we do it, right? We are practicing it every day in our day-to-day activities, assembly, or class activity, any kind of activity we are doing it. So it has to be completely going on. But here, see that you are not making a particular child a leader, group leader all the time. Go on changing the group leaders, groups also. Every time you are conducting an activity, see that you are forming a new group again, not with the same children, with a different set of children, so that the child will learn to do the different kinds of activity with the different students, not with the one particular, or else they will feel comfortable. One group, yes, I am the leader, I am comfortable, my team works very good, I don't want to become leader of any other group, they don't listen to me. Okay, so this kind of things. Or every time whenever you're conducting activity, see that you're forming a new set of group. Okay, then organizations here, compulsory, different kinds of organizations here. um, Not only the school organizations, the houses we have, every schools follows that, right? Different names they use, different house categories, activities also, prizes, many competitions, everything they will organize it, rather than completely relying on to the school organization activities. Also make the child to work something for the society, for the outside also. It's either, suppose you are maintaining a small drop down box in your class, okay, and asking your child to contribute some set of money into it, and and that money you can make the child to contribute it to the nearby orphanages, or donating it to the people, needy people. This kind of small things will make the child very responsible towards the organization, towards the society, towards their family also. They will feel that kind of dependency with them. They will definitely follow it. Okay, right? So the session is open for the questionnaire. If you have any kind of questions to be asked for, or any kind of suggestion to be given for.
Nikita, ma'am, can I stop the sharing, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. You can just stop it, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much, Nikita, ma'am, for wonderful session, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Tulsi, ma'am, to address the viewers of our webinar. Tulsi, ma'am.
Happy evening to everyone. Thank you so much, Nikita madam. It was a very insightful session. And the way you have covered everything was covered, being a teacher, being a parent, being a student, everyone should follow these tips. And we will be looking forward for more session like this way from your end. So, and thanks to all the teachers also for that, whoever and the parent, whoever have attended. Thank you, Ramya madam, for the wonderful host.
It's
Thank you,
my
ma'am.
privilege to extend the sincere thanks on behalf of Mission Acharya, Loki Anastak, for making this webinar the heart of teaching. Dear ma'am, your insights and passion have truly enlightened us about how to deal with kids' care connection in teaching. This spark us to nurture not just mind but hearts. A special thanks to founder of Loki Anastak and Mission Acharya, Dr. Tulsi Kumari ma'am, for providing us a platform to connect, share, and learn together. Finally, together we can truly touch lives to the heart of teaching. Stay tuned for more such enlightened sessions. Thank you so much, Tulsi ma'am. Thank you so much, Nikita ma'am.
Thank you,
This
ma'am, for
wonderful
giving me
session.
this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.